John, early in your career, you had a couple of great rivalries with a couple of terrific tennis players, Jimmy Connors and Bjorn Borg. What kind of problems did they create for you, and what were your strategies against them? Let's start with Jimmy Connors.
Well, it was a lot of fun to play both of them. I mean, both great players, and I think what made it so much fun was the differences we had as far as the style of play. With Jimmy, for example, I mean, I've always thought he was the greatest returner in tennis that I'd ever seen. He hit the ball harder than anyone, and to play him, I try to play my style of game, which was a serve volley, and try to be aggressive when I could and come in off a short ball. And Jimmy loved to be the counter puncher. He loved to hit the ball hard off the ground. He rarely ventured to the net back in those early days. And he relied just on his guts and his intensity to win a lot of matches. And that was one thing I try to emulate from him.
How about Borg?
Well, Borg was more the classic counterpuncher. He waited for something to happen the way I saw it. He made a great adaptation on grass where he was able to develop a big serve and at least a competent volley to make himself dangerous and obviously win 5 straight Wimbledons. But where he was really tough was when he got in a situation where you couldn't really hurt him from a surface that was slow enough where you really couldn't hurt him. And he just sort of sit out there. He was physically probably the fittest player that I'd ever seen play the game, certainly in my early years. And mentally, he was very, very tough, but in a completely unemotional way. So the contrast between my energy and his lack of emotion made it, I think, for both of us a lot more interesting. We had a couple times where Bjorn would say something to me during a match where I never saw him say anything to anyone else. He at one point told me in a tournament to calm down at 5-4 in the third set. So I took that as a great sign of respect in a way, and I really, to this day, I think it was one of the best moments I'd ever experienced.